Dear Diary, it's Monday, October 8th. This past weekend has kind of been a roller coaster. Just so much emotions has happened, and I feel in such a short amount of time. I'll try to explain it as concisely as I can, so apologize in advance. It's going to be a long one. So it actually started on Thursday evening, just another normal day. As hubby was coming back home from work, we were talking on the phone as usual during his long drive. Somehow I discovered the fact that we weren't on the same page for many things, because since we moved here to Southern California, we had to go from 2 income to 1 income. Granted, I lost my job, my full-time job up north. Basically, I feel that maybe hubby wanted to explore other options up north, and maybe we didn't talk about that when we made the decision moving down south. At that time, I think the decision was only like Austin or LA, and I don't think we thought about what about just staying and looking for a job up north, since we kind of have talked about moving down south for a long time. Anyway, so I know hubby always works really hard, and he always wants what's best for me, or to get me what I want, which is move up the hill to live like right next to my sister. So that's kind of been his focus, his goal the last year. But I feel that he's got that too much in his head. He kind of lose focuses of what me and him are working on, which is having a baby. And therefore, I think he find that his goal is more like, I gotta do whatever it takes, even if he has to like move away or something, get a better job, something like that. And I just felt really hopeless at that time, because there's so much things to consider, like us having a baby, like if that was the goal or not. So I just felt that he lost sight of that goal, and I was fairly depressed once I kind of came to that realization that we weren't on the same page, and or maybe he had a different goal in mind, like that was, getting what I want was more important than like us achieving making a family. So that kind of brought on further discussion, and of course there's kind of bickering and whatnot, which I don't mind. I think relationship is normal to have differences in opinion, kind of bicker, and kind of have arguments. So I think that's normal, but it just kind of soured the mood of the weekend. Therefore, we didn't do much over the weekend. Saturday, we didn't do anything. We stayed home all day. We went to eat dim sum, which is terrible. Chinese food, Asian food has always been a problem for both of us, because we can't control ourselves when we eat. And that was another topic that I had with him. Like, I feel he's not helping me to stay focused on my goal of eating healthier. We're supposed to try to lose whatever amount of weight, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, in the next couple months, so we could seriously say we tried to conceive and didn't work, because this new fertility doctor that was referred to me charges $200 just for consult, and I have not worked since starting to work at 15 and a half years old. So this is a really difficult time for me, and I think I had to keep explaining that to my hubby. Like, I'm not used to not working and not used to not having income and kind of feeling panicky that what are we gonna do? Anyway, it just like all of a sudden lots of growing up was done in the last year. You know, I've never in my life would think I have to decide which bill to pay, and which bill, if I pay late, I'm not going to have any bad financial consequences. Anyway, and that evening, you know, my sister family invited us along to go eat Din Tai Fung, and then Sunday, I don't know, we went crazy. We drove almost an hour to go eat Taiwanese breakfast because there's none around here. Granted, it wasn't his fault because the first place we went was only 25 minutes away and that place was closed. So we're like, we already drove almost half an hour. We might as well keep driving to find the place. And of course, we got there. He didn't help me with self-control. Like, he knows like what I'm looking for. Like saying, hey, instead of eating ABC, let's do split A and B. Like, that's usually our problem. So Sunday late afternoon, we went grocery shopping. We bought food. We bought juicing materials. So when we got home, I was really determined. Granted, this always happens. I'm determined and then I like fall off track. But I was determined, so I made a dinner plan. Because dinner is usually the problem. Lunch, I can quickly make egg and Trader Joe patties and be done with it and be good. And I always joke with him too, like, when you're home, I'm really hungry all the time. When I'm by myself, I'm not. So I made a dinner plan for the week. Monday, we'll choose. Tuesday, we'll make air fried chicken. Wednesday, we'll choose. Thursday, I'll make fish soup. And then Friday, maybe we will kind of treat ourselves. There's a place called TK Noodles back up north. It's really cheap egg noodle with wontons and stuff that we like been craving. We can't find it down here for whatever reason. So I bought egg noodles at the store. Granted, I know it's not best thing for me, but I feel like if I don't give myself a little hope at the end of the week, I might just fall off completely, which I don't want to do. So my friend who's just gave me this like bright idea, you make it at home so you can control how much to eat. Because if you go out, you buy this portion, which I will for sure eat it all because just the way I am, I can't waste food. It's not in my genes to waste food. I know my sister will get upset hearing this because she has no problem eating one bite and be done with it. But no, I can't. I have to eat it all. So my friend gave me the great idea that cook it at home so I can just make the portion the way I want. So I can have a lot of soup, just a little bit of noodles and some wontons, vegetables or whatever. So I will do that Friday night. So once I was done with that, I showed my hubby and he was just like, this is actually a really good idea. We should actually have done this long ago, and we should actually do that prior to grocery shopping. I know none of this is like brilliant idea we came up with, like, oh my god, like nobody has ever thought of this. But guess what? It just popped in our brains that this is how it should work. So I am happy that it seems like hubby and I are on the same page again. And hopefully we will make it work. We will be united again on the same front to achieve the same goal. Because he knows if not, I really want to adopt. I keep trying to, like, hey, can we just look into that option? Because everyone says, don't think about it, don't stress about it. But to be honest, it is so hard not to think about it, not to worry about it. Because every waking moment, woke up, oh, is today the day I'm supposed to have my period? Or is today the day we're supposed to try to have a baby? Or is today whatever, my ovulating, my this, my that? It's so hard not to think about it. So, and you always hear about those story, people stop thinking about it when they adopted or whatever, they got pregnant. So I was like telling hubby, like, why can that be my process? But I know he really wants to be a father of our kids we create ourselves. That's why I almost feel like, you know, a failure as a wife. I promised. I still remember when we went through the whole process of meeting with Father Oscar and all that. Like, I made a promise. Yes, I will try to give him a child any way I can, as long as nothing is preventing us, which now I feel terrible. Yeah, what's preventing us is my health, my ovaries, me. Granted, yes, he's the other half, and that's what I tell him too. Like, it's not just me, my body preventing us. It could be him, but I'm not trying to place blame, but I'm just saying he needs to kind of be on the same track as me, and we're in this together as partners. So, yeah. Eating healthy and being healthy physically and mentally. And I know I've tried. Every time I start looking for a psychologist, it just falls through. My PCP gave me psychologytoday.com or something to look through to find the doctor for myself. I know I need to do it. Every time I start, I read a couple doctors. I think this person is a good fit. I don't follow through. I don't contact them to make an appointment. But I think it is time. I have to stop thinking negatively about talking to people, because right now just doing diary is not really helping completely. So it's time for me to seek professional help and really be on a positive path for me and hopefully future baby. So, okay, Juggles Meow signing off.